Right, now this is a little bit out of order. This is the top of the sail. I had a couple of mistakes, as I'll explain in a little while, which means I'm building the sail now early, but I'm going to revisit it in the very next video, which is going to change. But this is just out of Perspex, using sandpaper, working away on that, and now I've got the wonderful joy of putting some etch onto the entire hull. Love doing this. This is always the moment when everything starts to take effect and starts to look different. A little bit of speed here. Getting prepared just to check it out for the final time to make sure it's all looking good. And it's also the perfect time to really see how it's all looking. Okay, so this is very much an experiment, and I'm going to try this out. Now this is the inner piece, which is pretty rough, you must admit. Now normally I do this on something soft. I'm going to try that. This is for rivets, which I have seen on this thing. And that's the way the rivets point out. So, if I do this in a smaller piece like that, and drop that onto there and glue it on, I think that's pretty good. I think that's going to come up nicely. So the other option is that I cut this into pieces and stagger it so that they're half and half. I actually think this is going to be pretty good as it is. I like the way that's going to turn out. Alright, so now I'm just gluing on the top deck, which runs under the sail, along the boat, right to the stern. I'm just using epoxy, and in fact all I'm using is what happened then? Some wet and dry paper. You can't see the sail at this point. As I've said before, I'll explain this more shortly, but I started building the sail early on, and then conducted a fairly risky process for making it look more effective. What I actually did was do two things: one, make it too heavy, and two, really stuffed up how it looks. I didn't really like it. You'll see some of my videos with it having that look on it, but we rebuild it next video. So there we have it, a nice top deck.